guys? Joe Szymanski here. How do you like that, Mason Nation? Another big win for your Patriots today. Student section absolutely showed out. Go green and gold. Onward to victory for sure this time. The prayers were answered, ladies and gentlemen. A huge, nice little bounce-back victory after that two-game road slip from your Mason Patriots. Mason 75, Rhode Island 67. And that means we sweep the Rams. First time, I don't know, I think potentially ever in a time we've played Rhode Island twice in a season that we've swept the Rams. Yeah, huge win day from your Patriots. Started out slow again, was a bit concerning. We're down 24-14 at one point with just under 11 minutes left to go in the first half. But from then on, Mason slowly got back in the game. The biggest shot in the game, a made 3-point and one, a big 4-point play from Ticket Games with about 8 minutes left in the first half. From there on, Mason started to take control, did not let the lead up after the first half, led from basically about 5 minutes left to go in the first half all the way to the finish line, ending in a big key 9-point win. Big reason for that today. Pretty good from three, 40% from beyond the arc today. 52% from the field, though. 52% from the field. Way better from two today. Way better from two today. Big part of that, Josh Oduro. You know, he is that guy. Josh Oduro has been that guy in conference play. He has been incredible in conference play. He's continued out today. 27 points and 6 boards today, as well as drawing 7 fouls. He was 3 of 6, only 3 of 6 from the free-throw line, but he's 12-14 from the field today. Extremely efficient under the basket today. What you'd like to see. Ronald Polite really started out cold, was 0 for 5 in the first half, but had an excellent second half. Ended up 6 from 11, 2 of 4 from 3, and 1 of 1 from the foul line. 9 assists as well from Ronnie. Definitely his best game in at least 2.5 weeks from Ronnie. That's what we need from him. Not necessarily, almost every night. That's the type of games we need from him. And I thought he really, credit where we need to give it due. He had a really great game today, I thought, Ronnie. And then you're going to look at Ticket. Like I said, hit that huge shot. He got to the foul line a lot, too. He was only 3 of 10 from the field, all from 3, by the way. 3 of 10 from 3, 3 of 10 on the day, but he got to the foul line 8 times, made 6 of those. And by the way, folks, 9 boards from Ticket today. We knew how important his defense was. We knew how important his rebounding was. Really showed that today. A great game today from Ticket. Oh, by the way, 0 turnovers from Ticket on the day. Coop added in 11 points and 4 boards. Very efficient from Coop. Only shot the ball 5 times, but he was 3 of 5. He was 2 of 3 from 3. Made his 3 throw shots. He was 3 of 3 from the line. Again, you can't complain when you see that from Coop. And when you see that, that's a good sign. And then Saquon Singleton, I want to give a shout out to. Didn't make any field goals. He only had 2 points because he was 2 of 4 from the line. But it was 3 rebounds as well as 4 assists. And I want to point out, Saquon was huge on the defensive end of the ball today. Was energized, was up in people's face, really did a good job today helping shut down Rhode Island. It was huge. You got to give a lot of credit to him today. And then really not a whole lot of bench points, only 4 bench points today from Mason. I was Janika layup. Yeah, Janika Ojiako layup late in the second half there when he got some minutes. But yeah, Saquon today was actually he was plus 16 without any points. That tells you something. If a player is plus 16 without any points, that tells you how their day is going. And that's how Ticket's day. That's how Saquon's day went defensively. He was just very, very good on the defensive side of that ball. Did a really, really good job. No complaints really to anyone today. Maybe Justin Fernandez, maybe not the best game you wanted to see from him today, but he made a huge 3 in the second half. Kind of helped us pull away there at the end. Another one of those big threes. Ronnie as well. We kind of let Rhody back into the game, but Ronnie hit a big 3 with about 1:20 to go to send the game to 8-point lead, and that's where it stayed for the rest of the game. No complaints at all from this Mason team. Great win, good win. First 12 minutes, a little bit sketchy, but they, to give them credit, they fought back. They fought hard. The coaching staff made some adjustments, I think. Let Saquon play, faced up a little bit more in defense, and it worked out. And, Rhode Island, their shots didn't fall as much. They shot only 37.5% from the field. In the second half, we're shooting 42%. in the first half. So, did a really good job of getting there. They only were 33% from the field today. Really, it's because they were able to hit a weirdly high 92% of their free throws today. They're usually about a 73% team. We're able to hit 92% of them today. So, they don't do as well there as, they go back to the average there. This might even be worse for Rhody than it already was. Mason really did dominate for most of the second half. It was not a close second half. Mason came out, made some stops. We was double-digit 10, 11-point leads at a good chunks of those periods there. I was not concerned for the most part by the end of the game. In the way how it was going to go, good energy in the locker room afterwards. Obviously, the hope is that we take this momentum and we write it into GW on Wednesday, in which yours truly is making plans to be there. My first ever road game on Press Row is the plan. But yeah, really great game today by all involved. Was impressed with the team, was impressed with the coaching staff. Hopefully this is something that we need to build on. That has been our issue. We need to build on a win like this. Let's hope we go and we build against this against GW. We build against this on the Sal. That's suddenly two very big wins that would pull us, I believe, then to 8-7 in conference play if we're able to win these next two games. Obviously, knock on wood. Hopefully we are. I believe still. I think today proved why this team is talented, why it looks good. Also, I want to point out, I want to thank Coach English. He was very open with us today about the press and the injuries to Victor and Blake. Neither of whom were out again. Both of whom were out again today. Blake, it sounds like he's in the second day of getting out of concussion protocol. If you don't know about concussion protocol, it takes 5 days after not showing symptoms to get back into the team. He's in day 2 today, so as long as he makes it through tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday without any setbacks, then Blake, it sounds like, will be available to play on Wednesday. While Victor Bailey, worse news, he had surgery on his pinky finger on Wednesday. Coach English mentioned a ticket-like timeline for him to be out. That would probably mean at the very best the A10 tourney. If not, then that's probably the year for Victor, which is too bad in his final season of basketball. But, you've got to bounce back. And if Ticket gains a scoring like that, 15 points from Ticket, boy, that's a fine enough replacement for Victor Bailey in his own right. So, yeah, you know what? Like I said, good win. Really, I would say the press report really shut down Ish Leggett today. Leggett, by far and away, Rhody's best scorer, usually averaged around 16.5 points a game, only got 9, was 2 of 11 from the field, and both of those shots were threes, and then 3 or 4 from the line. We really shut him down from 2 today. Did not have an easy layup all game. To be fair, Jalen Carey got in under us. He had 21 points, but neither Brayon Freeman nor Ish Leggett really were able to get anything going. They also only had 6 assists throughout the entire game for Rhody, so really it was a lot of hitting and hoping for them in terms of how this game was going to go. Again, front court, Alex Chico actually had a relatively good game. Was 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Did relatively okay on the offensive side of the glass. Did not do too hot defensively, but Abdou Sam and Rory Stewart, their backup and backup, both really had a rough game. Sam specifically had 4 fouls in 4 minutes. Just a real nothing on the board when he was there. Really, Oduro took a 2 when Sam was out there. It's a very good game from this Mason team. Was pretty pleased with it. Like I said, the shutting down of Leggett was pretty good. You could see this Rhody team lose energy in the second half. We really wore them down. We played physical enough. We weren't scared, I think, in the second half. We played what we looked like we could do, what this team looks like we could do, what we expected this team to do going into the season. That was important, and we did that today. We took care of business against a team we should have taken care of today. Almost 4,000 a day, 3,962 in terms of attendance today. Can't complain about that on a Saturday afternoon. Like I said, GW on Wednesday, and then homecoming against LaSalle next Saturday. You folks better be there. Giant Killer will be. We will have a tailgate running that early afternoon, so you folks better be there. I better see you folks there for the tailgate that day. That's a non-sequester right there, but very excited for how this day is going to go. Again, like I said, good win. Very happy. I feel a lot better than I did on Wednesday. That's a good response. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. But was that a good response to what happened on Wednesday? Yes, it was. And again, it's okay when you're upset to say you're upset. And when you see something good happen, I always say it's even better to say when something good happened. Something good happened today with this team. And yeah, great game, great to all involved. Everyone I thought played well. Very impressed by a lot of players today. And it was just very, very good to see how this team performed. And they performed well. And like I said, that's always positive. MVP for the day, Josh Oduro. And I know I promised you guys Super Bowl prediction. I got to go for the home state. I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm a Steelers fan, but I'm going with the home state. Go Birds, 31-20 over the Kansas City Chiefs on Super Bowl Sunday. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We will be back here Tuesday, maybe with a special guest to discuss the second part of the revolutionary rivalry this season against GW. Thank you guys very much. Celebrate your win today and go green and gold.